How often do we contemplate the value of privacy and discretion in our lives? In an age where oversharing is the norm, this question becomes more significant than ever. The digital world has blurred the lines between public and personal, with our lives often on display for all to see. But what are we losing in this era of constant exposure? The ancient Stoics would argue that we're losing a lot. Stoicism, a philosophy dating back to the 3rd century BC, places great emphasis on the wisdom of silence and the virtue of privacy. The Stoics believed that not everything we think or experience needs to be shared. They saw value in discretion, in keeping certain things to ourselves as a way to cultivate wisdom and inner strength. They believed that privacy is not just a right, but a tool for personal growth. Let's delve into the Stoic Code, 6 principles that guide us on what to keep private. Our first Stoic principle is don't speak ill of yourself. This principle, as simple as it sounds, is a cornerstone of self-esteem and confidence. It's about refraining from self-deprecating talk and instead fostering an inner dialogue of encouragement and self-belief. You see, the art of Stoicism is not just about external actions, but also about the internal dialogue we maintain. It's about the words we choose, the phrases we utter, and the thoughts we allow to take root in our minds. The words we use to describe ourselves, our situations, our capabilities, and our potential, they all play a vital role in shaping our reality. And this is not just a Stoic belief. Modern psychology also confirms this. Self-deprecating talk can have detrimental effects on our mental well-being. It can lead to a negative self-image, low self-esteem, and can even pave the way for serious mental health issues like depression and anxiety. So let's cultivate a sense of self-compassion. Let's replace negative self-talk with words of encouragement, resilience, and positivity. Let's remember that we are not defined by our mistakes or failures. Instead, we are shaped by our ability to learn, grow, and evolve from them. Remember, the words you use to describe yourself shape your reality. So choose them wisely. Speak of yourself with kindness and respect, because you, dear listener, are your own greatest ally. Be gentle with yourself, for the world is harsh enough. The second principle advises, don't boast about self-improvement. Imagine you've embarked on a journey of self-improvement. You're making progress, learning, growing, and changing. It's exciting, and naturally, you may feel the urge to share this journey with others. But the ancient Stoics would advise against it. Why, you might ask? Well, self-improvement should be a humble journey, embarked upon not for the praise of others, but for the betterment of oneself. It's about personal growth, not public acclaim. Stoicism teaches us to stay focused on the path and not to get distracted by the potential for applause. You see, when we boast about our self-improvement, we risk shifting the focus from the journey itself to the perception of others. We start seeking validation, which can lead us astray from our authentic path of growth. It may even inflate our ego, causing us to lose sight of the humility that is so essential to true self-improvement. Instead, we should let our actions speak louder than our words. After all, it's through our actions that real, tangible growth happens. It's in the way we handle challenges, treat others, and approach our daily lives that our progress becomes evident. By silently committing to our self-improvement, we allow ourselves to grow authentically, without the pressure of external validation. We keep our eyes fixed on the journey, not on the audience. By keeping our progress private, we allow our actions to reveal our growth. The third Stoic principle urges us, don't be a big mouth. No, it's not about your physical mouth size, but rather a metaphorical reference to the volume of your words. Stoics knew that true wisdom often comes from listening, not speaking. They valued the art of silence, the beauty of words unspoken, and the strength that comes from understanding, not just talking. This isn't to say that you should never speak or share your thoughts. On the contrary, communication is essential. However, it's about balancing the scales, ensuring that you're not just a broadcaster, but also a receiver of information. It's about respecting others' voices, learning from their experiences, and enriching your understanding of the world. Listening more than you speak also strengthens relationships. It signals to the other person that their thoughts and feelings matter to you. It shows that you're interested, that you value their perspective. This fosters a deeper connection, a stronger bond. It's a silent yet powerful way of saying, I respect you, I value you. Moreover, when you listen more, you learn more. You absorb diverse perspectives, gain new insights, and broaden your horizons. You become more empathetic, more understanding, and ultimately, more wise. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember the third Stoic principle. Pause, listen, understand, speak less, and when you do, make it count. By listening more than we speak, we foster meaningful connections. The fourth and fifth principles guide us to not focus too much on the future and not be ungrateful. To unpack the fourth principle, let's delve into a key Stoic idea that encourages us to accept the limits of our control and to concentrate on the present. We humans have a tendency to plan, to predict, to prepare, all of which are focused on the future. While this can be beneficial to an extent, Stoicism advises us to be mindful of the present moment, the here and now. It's about realizing that the future is fluid, uncertain, and largely out of our control. By accepting this, we can reduce unnecessary stress, choose our reactions wisely, and truly live in the present. Right, moving on to the fifth principle, don't be ungrateful. This principle truly embodies the essence of Stoicism. It's about expressing gratitude for the positive aspects of our lives. It's easy to take things for granted, to focus on what we lack rather than what we have. But Stoicism encourages us to shift our perspective, to appreciate the good in our lives. Whether it's the love of family, the company of friends, or the simple pleasure of a good book, there's always something to be grateful for. By acknowledging these positive aspects, we foster stronger relationships, a greater appreciation for life, and a healthier mental state. It doesn't mean ignoring the negatives, but rather understanding that there's always a silver lining, always something to be thankful for. To sum up these two principles, it's essential to remember that focusing too much on the future can lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. Instead, we should embrace the present, accepting that we can only control so much. Similarly, being ungrateful can blind us to the beauty and positivity in our lives. By expressing gratitude, we cultivate a more appreciative and meaningful perspective. By focusing on the present and expressing gratitude, we cultivate peace and appreciation. Our final Stoic principle is avoid complaining. Now, this doesn't mean to ignore problems, but rather to approach them from a different perspective. You see, complaining is often counterproductive. It's like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Instead of bemoaning our circumstances, the Stoics advise us to look for solutions. Think of it this way. Each complaint is a moment spent not making progress. It's time and energy wasted. If that energy was redirected towards finding solutions or expressing gratitude, imagine the difference it could make. Yes, expressing gratitude, even in the face of adversity, is a key part of this principle. It's about acknowledging the good and, in doing so, cultivating a more positive outlook. This principle isn't just about individual happiness, though. It's about creating a ripple effect. When we complain less, we become more pleasant to be around. We foster better relationships, we inspire others, and we contribute to a more positive environment. It's about shifting from a victim mindset to a victor mindset, from problems to possibilities. Now, this is easier said than done. It's a journey, not a destination. But remember, the goal isn't to never complain. It's to complain less and do more. It's about becoming more resilient, more solution-oriented, and ultimately, happier. By avoiding complaints and focusing on solutions, we foster positivity and resilience. The Stoic Code provides us with a roadmap to wisdom and inner strength. These guidelines, like ancient signposts, steer us towards a life of discretion, humility, and mindfulness. Let's take a quick journey back through these principles. Remember, don't speak ill of yourself. Protect your self-confidence and mental well-being. Don't boast about self-improvement. Let your actions speak for themselves. Don't be a big mouth. Listen more than you speak to foster meaningful connections. Don't be too focused on the future. Accept the limits of control and choose your reactions wisely. Don't be ungrateful. Express gratitude for life's positives. And lastly, avoid complaining. Adopt a solution-oriented mindset and cultivate a happier life. These principles are not just rules, but tools for personal growth. They guide us to live with integrity, resilience, and gratitude. By embracing these principles, we can lead more mindful, fulfilling lives. Thank you for joining me on this journey of growth and empowerment. If you are inspired, please like and subscribe. Until next time, embrace the path to your best self with blueprints for mindful mastery.